The other day when I left a message while I was at the beach, I had so much to say, and I'm just going to break it down right now, right here in this way. Our family has been able to come together and live in this cohesive manner because, again, I stated on that video of this symbiotic union we've created. We've been together so much over the years. We've blocked out time and coveted those moments with each other and didn't give them away to work or even others so that we could synchronize and synthesize and harmonize as a family unit. That's what I was saying on that video. I had to do a lot of inner work and have fasting, prayer, lots of on my face time with God, looking into the inner levels and layers of Christine to deconstruct brick by brick every false belief and wrong identity I thought about myself. Sometimes this manifested in unpleasant behaviors from my end, and my husband has been able to give me the grace and be a safe place for me to work out these heart woes time and time again and love me through the process of healing, recovering, rebuilding, reframing, restructuring who I am in God. With that said, all of that time that I spent in my Bible, walking, just talking to God, working out all of the issues, and then coming together with my husband, having multiple conversations over communication, as I mentioned in that video, and my children to say, this is what I'm healing from. This is what is going on in my heart. And this is how we are building something new for our family. Now, I've been married almost 17 years, so this has been quite the process. There's been a lot of external circumstances which have also affected us and fires that have needed to be put out. But ultimately, it was my responsibility to face myself, the dark shadows, the hauntings, the demons, if you will, and shine a light on them. It's like all the places that are contaminated in a facility, and then you put cleaning agents upon them, and there's scrubbing, and sometimes there's going in more than once to make sure all of the dirt and the grime, mold, if you will, is eradicated. So that's what happened with my soul. That's on the forefront. And not that that has gone away, but it's lessened so much because we've taken care of the brunt of it, if you will. That said, everything I talk about on the Hearth of Home branches out from that center because now it's clear in my mind. There's the facility I mentioned is clean and sparkling and emptied out and shiny, just like on those cleaning product commercials. So there's clarity and there's margin in my days. There's also room to make decisions and process situations that arise where I'm not reacting. It's more of a response, or I can wait, pause, be still, and then reply. With the clearing out of my soul and all the closets and attics and basements, if you will, where people usually stuff things, all those compartments within, we've also thrown a lot out, which means we've had confrontation conversations, and that's not in a negative connotation, but we've had to communicate with a lot of people around us. Boundaries we have put up, marking definitive lines others can't cross, meaning no dramas and unnecessary traumas, negativity, toxicity, and just poisonous words, criticisms, condemnations, judgments. Over time, we've surrounded ourselves with people who are uplifting and positive, with growth mindsets, not replaying old stories over and over, but rather moving forward to bigger and better things. And we want to live out our best and highest versions of ourselves. So my husband and I, we spur one another on at this current moment. We are in a place that we are not like it was, where it was nurse and patient. He nursed me through a lot of pain and heartache and hardship. I would say it's like running partners, but we're more like jogging partners. It's not a sprint, and we're enjoying the journey. So I wanted to give you the backdrop of how we're able to host with hospitality and bring to others that peace and rest and calmness, the serene setting of our home. It definitely came out of what you would see on any of these home remaker overs. Demolition down to the foundation, and then building back up from there with good product, strong wood for sturdy walls, etc. And that's what people recognize and feel when they enter now. We're on the other side of that season of figuring out, how do we do this? How do we do it differently than our parents did? How do we leave a legacy for the next generation and construct this house, quote unquote, to last? Now we have this beautiful construct, if you will, of life, our house, our home, our family, where we flow. I also spoke of instilling a rhythm and routine into our days. So we all know what has to happen when to make this family operate like a well-oiled machine. Everyone owns their part with chores and cleaning and preparing meals, tending to their schoolwork, caring for the pets, ready and equipped to get to their activities. The children have schedules hung up in the common areas so that there's no miscommunication on what role each child is playing that day as far as dishes or laundry and floors. Then they have their individual checklists for themselves in their journals or on their wall. So one daughter does Pilates. My son will go out in the garage and work out on the gym equipment my husband and he has out there. I manage who needs what resources, tools, materials, and accessories for their activities of daily living. Even with all of these things, they have sections of the day to play and read aloud or watch TV, or we don't have cable, but sometimes they will put on something from Prime Video, or my son plays Minecraft with another friend. There's really little room for feeling overwhelmed because we've had this set up since their younger years. That's when I also shared about coming together around the hearth, which depicts closeness and comfort and a calm atmosphere, warmth from the fire, gathering around, light. We always have some time, whether it's in the morning or the afternoon or in the evening, where I or my husband or both of us will sit down with one, two, or three of our teens to discuss matters of the heart, or how are they doing, or what's your friend relationships like these days. This practice is of utmost importance to us because we want to cultivate and sustain a strong bond among each of our children that is long lasting, where they can always come to us. So, again, let's circle back around. I am able to have that free space, if you will, in my mind because I don't have any childhood or external pressures or burdens weighing down on me or taking up that space that I desire to give to myself, my husband, and my children. It's like that house we mentioned. It's fresh, it's clean, it's cleared out, it's bright, it's inviting. So the work and the effort on the front end allowed me to be here now in the later years where I have teens who are getting ready to launch in a few years. And I am not missing any moments with them being pulled away or distracted by the same troubles that I had over the years. This is what allows me to call myself the Hearth of Home. The temperature is set to 70s and sunny within the walls of my house, figuratively speaking. On the radio station, it's tuned into classical or smooth jazz or soft instrumental, again, figuratively speaking. The ambiance is alluring. Put a candle on. The diffuser has the fragrance of your choice. Maybe get two, put them throughout different rooms, open windows, buy some plants. This is bringing life. I love my plants in my kitchen that has a lot of windows. In the future, I desire a sunroom because I would love to have it filled like a greenhouse. But plants just bring that livelihood. I have lamps with warm light bulbs to set the mood as well. And all of these are external, but they overflow from the internal, where it's this tranquil tone reverberating from your heart. And it's infectious and contagious. Others want to be around you. That's when you open your home to friends and family, neighbors, and enjoy the company around the coziness of the hearth. I hope I answered some questions about the progression of how I got here to being the most authentic version of me currently, as well as how I'm able to be fully present with my family and guests alike. And I've made this video for you because you can get there too.